Welcome back to Storytime with Meow-Randa, the storytelling cat. Tonight, Meow-Randa has a fairy tale to share that's full of wonder, magic, and a hint of mystery. It's the classic tale of the boy who cried wolf. So, snuggle up with your little ones, let those imaginations run wild, and get ready for a story that's been told for many, many years. Meow-Randa's ready to whisk you away on this magical adventure. Are you ready, friends? The fairy tale begins now.
In a quiet village nestled by the edge of a wide forest, there was a young shepherd boy who had the daily task of looking after his family's flock of sheep. Every morning, he would lead the sheep up the hillside to graze and then sit on a rock, keeping an eye on them. But as much as he loved the sheep, the hours felt long and lonely. The gentle bleating of the sheep was his only company, and the stillness of the hills made him feel restless. One day, the boy thought of a mischievous plan to break the monotony. He climbed to a high point overlooking the village, cupped his hands around his mouth, and shouted as loudly as he could, "Wolf! Wolf! There's a wolf attacking the sheep!" The villagers, hearing his desperate cries, dropped everything they were doing, some even leaving tools behind in their rush, and hurried up the hill to chase away the wolf. Farmers, bakers, and even the village blacksmith all sprinted up the rocky path, hearts racing, eager to protect the sheep from danger. But when they reached the pasture, there was no wolf in sight. They found the boy laughing at them, clearly enjoying his prank. "There was no wolf at all," he chuckled. "I just wanted to see if you'd come running." The villagers were not amused. Catching their breath, they scolded the boy. "You shouldn't lie about something so serious. What if a real wolf appears one day and we don't believe you?" With disappointed looks, they turned and made their way back to the village, muttering about the boy's foolishness. The following day, boredom crept over the boy once again as he sat with the sheep grazing nearby. The silence was almost unbearable. Remembering how the villagers had come running, he decided to play his trick a second time. Climbing up the same hill, he cried out even louder than before, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is attacking the sheep!" The villagers heard his shouts once more. Despite their frustration from the previous day, they feared for their safety and the safety of their animals. Once again, they rushed up the hillside, huffing and puffing, ready to defend the flock. But when they arrived, they found the boy laughing at them again. "You came running again," he laughed. "There's no wolf. I was only having a bit of fun." This time, the villagers were angrier than before. "You're wasting our time," one villager said, shaking his head. "Don't expect us to come if you cry wolf again." With that, the villagers returned to their work, vowing not to fall for the boy's tricks again. Several days passed, and the boy continued his usual routine, but this time he was feeling the weight of loneliness even more. He hadn't realized how much he enjoyed the company, even if it came from a prank. Then, one afternoon, as he lay stretched out on the grass, a sudden rustling in the nearby bushes caught his attention. He looked up to see a pair of sharp eyes peering at him from between the trees. His heart skipped a beat. A real wolf was lurking at the edge of the forest, its eyes fixed hungrily on the sheep. Terrified, the boy sprang to his feet and shouted at the top of his lungs, "Wolf! Wolf! Please help me! There's a wolf attacking the sheep!" He screamed and waved his arms, hoping someone in the village would hear him. But down in the village, the people only shook their heads. "It's just another one of his tricks," they said, ignoring his cries. Desperate, the boy kept shouting, but no one came. The wolf moved closer, and the boy watched helplessly as it pounced on one of the sheep. The rest of the flock scattered in all directions, frightened and vulnerable. The boy tried throwing rocks at the wolf, but it was too strong and too fast. After a short while, it disappeared back into the forest with its prize, leaving the boy stunned and heartbroken. When evening came, the boy slowly made his way back to the village with his head down, feeling ashamed and defeated. He found the villagers gathered in the square and approached them, his eyes filled with tears. "A wolf really did come today," he told them, his voice small and remorseful. "It attacked the sheep and I couldn't stop it. I called for help, but no one came." The villagers looked at each other, then at the boy. One of the elders stepped forward and placed a hand on his shoulder. "We heard your cries, but we thought it was another trick," he said. "When you lie, people lose their trust in you. It's difficult to tell when someone is being honest after they've deceived you." The boy nodded, feeling the weight of his actions more heavily than ever. He realized that his pranks had cost him the trust of those around him, and that even when he needed help, his past lies had kept anyone from coming to his aid. From that day forward, the boy promised himself he would never lie again, no matter how bored or lonely he felt. He had learned the hard way that trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild, so he never lied again. The end.
And that, dear friends, was the magical tale of the boy who cried wolf. Meow-Randa, the storytelling cat, loves sharing these adventures with you, and she's so happy you could join her. If you'd like to hear more enchanting fairy tales and fun adventures, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to keep up with all her new stories. Every click helps Meow-Randa bring even more tales to life just for you. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep imagining, and remember, a little magic is always just a story away.